the decision around Haynes King and whether his development is worth protecting. All right. So here's my question. I put up here the topic. All right. Should Carolina protect a roster spot for Haynes King? Okay. And let me give you the facts first. Haynes King completed 21 of 34 passes for 180 yards and 2 touchdowns against Arizona. He added 39 rushing yards and scored the winning touchdown on the final play. King strained his hamstring on that touchdown and has not played since. Dave Canales said King is trending toward week 1 availability, but he will not play in the preseason finale. Catch this. I don't know if y'all caught that. Dave Canales said King is trending toward week 1 availability. What do you mean by that? But he will not play in the preseason finale. Kenny Pickett entered camp as Carolina's veteran backup. Kyle Trask joined Carolina after King's injury and bring familiarity with Dave Canales and Brad Isaac's terminology. So the question is not whether King created an exciting preseason moment. The question is whether he demonstrated enough developmental value to justify the opportunity cost of carrying an additional quarterback. Keeping King protects a young, mobile passer who could develop into useful depth. Releasing him or exposing him to the waiver process could create a risk. Carrying him also means another position may lose a valuable roster spot. So here's my first question. I'm gonna ask you, Will. Did Haynes King show enough before that injury to protect a roster spot, or are the Panthers better off using that spot on somebody who can help them right now? What say you, sir? This should be interesting.
Oh man. All right. I'm torn on this. And so because I really like Haynes King. I
Uh-huh.
really like what the kid showed during the Hall of Fame game. But that it wasn't isn't enough to say, hey, we're gonna cut Felipe Franks to keep Haynes King. It's just not enough. However, what makes me nervous about this is, he's saying that he's trending for week 1, which means that he'll be off the pup list. Because if he's on the pup list, you can protect him. Put him on the pup list. You don't have
Mm-hmm.
to drop him on the waiver wire. You can protect him. Now, I think if you drop him on the waiver wire, I don't think anybody's going to pick him up. Because if they pick him up, they got to put him on a 53. And
That's a fact.
I don't think he's shown enough in 2 quarters of football. I don't care what we think as Panther fans. I don't think he's shown enough in 2 quarters of football in order for somebody to say, I'm picking him up. I'm dropping my number 2 quarterback that I had in camp for 2 months. And I'm going to pick up this guy. And that's why I'm going in with week 1 as my backup. I don't think nobody's doing that.
Damo, what you got?
I it's like the fan in me, man. And if I were a coach, what are you trying to see the players do, like in your team? When you see Haynes King play like that, he makes the team, bro. Like it's almost like whatever you got to do, because imagine him developing more. Like, yo, I think it's without question he has to make the team, and I think it's without question that Felipe or I'm not gonna name no other players. I'm not gonna be like that. I love the channel. I don't want nothing negative. So I'm gonna say I think he makes the team. Dave got to figure it out. Dave got so much. Him and well, I'm gonna say the roster cut is on Dave, right? That's not necessarily on Dan, or is it on Dan and Dave? I don't know how that works, but I would say you got to keep Haynes King, man. Haynes King has done enough to make this team. I'm not going to say to be the number 2 quarterback or the number 1, but he's done enough to make the team. All you want to see is your backup play efficiently, and that was beyond efficient. That was like if Bryce go down or Kenny Pickett go down, man, if we already in playoff contention, like I think we still stay on that track with him behind center. I think he's that damn good. So I think he makes the team. You do what you got to do to keep that man. That's what you do with talent. Every year the Saints did that with that player. I forgot his name. What's the player we can't stand? He a jack of all trades, master of none.
Taysom Hill.
Yeah, Taysom deal. He a big deal. Taysom deal because you got to deal with that cat when he on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he retired now.
And he better stay retired.
So the way I took it when I heard Dave Canal say that about him being available week 1, I think Dave may or may not have already tipped his hand to say that Haynes King is probably going to make this roster. Now, do I personally believe that he's shown enough in 2.5 quarters of football to say that, yeah, he should definitely make the 53-man roster? No, I do not. I think he still needs development. He needs to still continue to work on the things that he has been working on. Because I've said this before and I say it again. I have seen a difference in his passing skills from the time he was at Georgia Tech to the short time he has been with the Panthers. It was evident in the game against Arizona, right? But that's still not enough. That's not enough to, in my opinion, to say that he warrants to be on the 53-man roster. I mean, if you can get him back on the practice squad, continue developing him, that way, cool. But as far as on the 53, yeah, I don't believe so. And like it does say him being on the 53-man roster if he's QB3, because right now I believe that Kenny Pickett is going to go into the year as QB2. So what value is he bringing to your team by being on the 53-man roster and QB3? None, really. There's no value that he's bringing other than the reason that you're going to keep him or trying to keep him so you can continue to develop him. And it's still like he showed you a flash. He was like lightning in the bottle, as I would say. You know what I'm saying? He caught lightning in the bottle in that game. So, like I said, in full context, when you look at it in full context, he was out there playing against guys that's not going to make their team. So it's hard to really say, that he's going to be QB2 like some people feel, or he even got the potential next year to be QB1 and all this crazy stuff that I've been hearing just because you saw the guy go out there and have an excellent game. Mind you, he had an excellent game against the Cardinals. But I will throw a little salt in this too as well. Because how many times Bryce has thrown for less than 200 yards and threw for 2 TDs, and people criticize him and say that ain't enough, right? So
Oh, here we go.
maybe,
Ooh,
yeah,
Tony.
I know that might not be no fair comparison,
Ooh.
but
Well, he didn't play the
I'm
whole
just
game though. Now he didn't play the whole game. Now, if
no,
he played the whole
no.
game, he probably had about 400 yards.
No,
We
yeah,
keeping it a whole thing. If he
but
played
he
the
was playing
entire
against
game,
UPS
Damo.
drivers.
Hold on, Damo.
my
Pickett
bad.
played the first 2 or 3 drives, and Haynes King played the rest of the way. Don't do that. Don't act like he only played like 1 quarter.
Okay, he wouldn't have had 400 yards. He would have had though. He would have had 3. I'm going to put it out there. I put it out there because he was throwing down the field, man. He looked like Tony and Real Robinson had a nephew in the league. That's what he looked like.
Hey, but he was YOLO in it. You got to think about it like this. Haynes King said to himself, I may never get on the NFL field again in my life.
You're right.
He was out there. And you know what? You gotta, if that was your kid, you'll be like, you damn right, son. You showed him. Because